y'all, and welcome to today's video. We are going to get ready together. I have my skincare on, but I have not started makeup. I have been traveling, and I don't know about you, but if I spend 5 minutes on an airplane, my skin is not happy. I feel like I'm looking glowy, yes, because of my skincare, but I just have like some redness. I have a little texture. I feel like I'm just looking like uneven. You know, my skin needs to calm down, but I want to do makeup, and I feel like it's maybe a perfect day to test some new products. I have the Rose Ink foundation. I have Plouise liquid bronzer. I have a new palette. I have the Sigma lipsticks. I have new hard candy primer. I have a lot of new things I want to test and try with y'all. Get ready. I'm going to push my hair out of my face. I'm going to zoom y'all in, and we are going to test some new makeup products. Okay, so I have my skincare on. I feel like I'm looking glowy, but you know, just a little uneven, a little red, a little texture. Let's try some new products. So, Hard Candy sent me some of their new primers. This is the Sheer Envy Oil Control Serum Matte Primer. Control Shine with ginger root and zinc. So I thought, let's try it. Let's try it. Oil Fighting Primer. I do have oily skin. If you're new here, hi, I'm Heather. I have oily skin, and I live in the South. It is hot here. It is still very hot. I know so many people are like, fall, fall, fall. Listen, me too. It's fine, but it doesn't mean it's not hot where I live. So I'm gonna see. I'm just dropping stuff, you know, just normal. Here's what it looks like this clear, kind of milky texture. So I'm gonna kind of rub it in my hands, and maybe we'll just like press it into the skin, and we'll see how it does. I feel like I'm just gonna make my skin even more red for a little bit, because I'm just gonna be touching and pressing on my face. But it is what it is. It's a little like tacky, which could be good if it grips the makeup on. I don't know if that's a claim. Let's see. Okay, so I've pressed the primer in. It's been on for maybe a minute. I'm just reading the back of this, and it confuses me when makeup brands do this. It says, to reveal visibly firm and radiant hydrated skin. Smooth, matte, and ready for makeup that lasts. Apply with fingertips to the face, gently blend in the skin, wear alone, or follow with makeup. But it always confuses me when brands do that. Visibly firm and radiant hydrated skin. But it's a matte primer. But it's going to make my skin radiant. Okay, confusing, but we're trying it. We're trying it and testing it. So far, I think it looks nice. Can you see, like, it's just a little bit tacky, which could be great for gripping the makeup. Yeah, we'll try it. I'm also using a new sponge. Lottie London sent me their Vampire Diaries sponge. This is the Sire blending sponge. I like the black to red ombre. Feels very soft. I haven't used it yet, so we're going to use that. And we're going to use the Rose Ink foundation. I've never tried anything from Rose Ink, but the claims on this one got me. So I ordered this from Sephora. I did order the shade 16W. It said it had warm olive undertones. That's usually what I look for. Olive, warm leaning. So this is the Softlight Skin Smoothing Liquid Foundation. And let me tell you what this says. Clean, I hate that word. Non-Comedogenic foundation, medium buildable coverage. I love that. I love that. That's like my preferred finish. Smooth, soft matte finish, hydrating, weightless, reduce the appearance of redness and pores, minimize excess oil. That sounds like what we want. Shake well before use and then blend on. So we are going to try it. never tried the brand. So we'll see. Like, listen, did I make a good purchase? Did I not make a good purchase? Let me give this a good old shake and we will apply. Okay. I think that's a good shade. Look at me go. I mean, of course my face is always lighter than my body. So we will definitely add some bronzer in a bit. But that's a nice kind of shade. Yeah, look at that. It always makes me happy when I'm like buying a foundation online and I do okay on the shade. Because you just don't know. Like, it's easy if I'm ordering a foundation from NARS or a brand that I, you know, like Fenty, I'm like, okay, I know my shade in those brands. So even when they launch a new product, it's kind of like, okay, I feel confident in ordering a shade. But sometimes when it's a new brand or a new to you brand, you really just don't know. So I'm pretty pleased with this. I think in the winter, of course, I'll probably be a little lighter and the shade will match even better. But today we'll put on some bronzer and it'll be beautiful. So here it is to one half of my face. Not over here, just over here. I do feel like I'm still kind of glowy, but I do feel like I'm more matte than before I put on the foundation. I do like a soft matte finish, so not a flat matte, more of like a skin-like matte. And I think I still have some redness right here, so I might build it up a little bit. I would say this is like light to medium coverage right now. So I definitely still see some things peeking through, but maybe I just need to build up a little more. I feel like it's looking okay. Let me put the other half on and then we'll see how it's going. I also have a new concealer. All right, here's the foundation. I think it's looking pretty good. So far, so good. We'll see. It takes me time to review foundations, y'all. It takes me time. I like to wear them for a long time, wear them with different primers, wear them with different powders, wear them, you know, like it's a process. So I'll definitely follow up after I've worn it a ton more. Of course, with all of these things, I always do follow-up reviews. Just so you know, if it's your first time here, I always do follow-up reviews. I'm going to put on the new Tower 28 concealer. This is the shade MDR, shade 9. This is another one that was described as having olive undertones. I think neutral olive, but I would have to look. So let's put a little bit on. I like to kind of put some concealer on and then let it set for a minute. I like to let it warm up on my skin. I just feel like it's always easier to blend. I get the nicest coverage that way. So I'm gonna let that set for a second and we will talk about this concealer. This is the Tower 28 Swipe Serum Concealer. It says it's weightless. It has the power to visibly cover dark circles, hyperpigmentation, and redness. Listen, I told y'all, I have been traveling, I've been on vacation, team no sleep, unfortunately, over here, plus all the travel, like my skin, not happy with me. So I really hope this can make me look like a little smooth under the eyes, you know? It says it's designed for sensitive skin. It is non-irritating, hydrate smooth, textured skin without silicones, medium buildable coverage with a natural finish. I like all of those claims very much. So this hasn't been on too long. I'm gonna let it set, well, I'm gonna let it set for another minute or two, and then we will press it in with the sponge and we'll be able to see, kind of like side to side the coverage that we get. Okay, let's press our concealer in and see what type of coverage and finish we get. That's looking nice, right? Okay, that's looking nice. I think so, at least. Oh, okay. I've never used this concealer, this foundation, this primer together. I've never used them on their own. Rookie mistake, I know. I normally don't test like so many complexion things all at once. I normally like to try a new foundation with a primer, concealer, and powder I like, or, you know, like, that's just what I like to do. But I bought this concealer, I bought this foundation, I want to test it, and I was really excited about the primer, so I'm like, we're just gonna test it all at once, and if anything goes wrong, I just test it again later, you know, like, y'all know. I'll just test it again later. I just wanted to play with the new stuff I bought. Okay, so I'm constantly knocking stuff over. Concealer? No concealer. Definitely believe the medium coverage claim because I can still see, you know, a little discoloration peeking through, but definitely more camouflaged than I have over here. The coverage looks nice. The shade looks nice. Definitely not super glowy. It looks hydrating, but not over the top dewy. I think it looks good. Okay, let me put concealer on this side, and then we're gonna play with cream bronzer. I bought the new Plouise, the cheek of it, a flirty flush of depth liquid bronzer because I love the blushes in this formula. This is the shade Toffee Toast. So I'll finish my concealer and then we will come in and we'll do our liquid bronzer. Okay, so this comes with like a little poofy cap. I didn't want to use that though, so I'm just gonna put some of the bronzer on the back of my like little brow pomade thing and apply it with a sponge. I have used this once, so definitely don't have my full dots on it or anything. I want to, of course, use it again, but let's try it today because I definitely need to be bronzed up. Definitely looking a little light. So I'm just going to put it on with my sponge. I will say I should have ordered a deeper shade for summer, or, you know, for the sunny weather that we're having right now. But this is a very pretty like light bronzer on me. So let me press this in and I'll let you see like with the bronzer, without the bronzer, without. I just loved the liquid blushes like this so much. I felt like the formula was so beautiful, easy to blend, blurring, and so far I'm liking this too. I think the next time I make an order from the brand, I'm gonna have to order a deeper shade for summer because I do think this formula looks really nice. It blended really easily. So again, liquid bronzer without. Okay, so here is the bronzer all on. Super happy that I bought that. Like, I'm enjoying it. I think it looks nice. I am going to use another Lottie London Vampire Diaries product that they sent me. This is the Love Sucks pH Color Changing Lip and Cheek Stick. Okay, we're gonna, oh, it's called Hybrid. Listen, I watched like the first couple of seasons of Vampire Diaries and then they lost me. So I'm not gonna be like giving you my review from a diehard fan perspective or anything. Just throwing that out there. This is a color changing stick. Super trendy right now. I'm gonna apply this with the other side of the sponge. I'm gonna apply it to the sponge and then apply it to the face. Should we swatch it? Would it be wise to swatch it first, you think? I'm confused. There's nothing there. Like, I'm confused. Okay, forget this. Let's try it on the lips. Okay, there's something. There is something. Like, you know what? It's barely there. It's barely there, but it's something. I think I had to warm it up a little bit first. So, perfect. Let's try. I'm like, there's nothing there. But we're gonna try it. It's showing up a little bit on my lips after I went over it. So maybe I'll put a little extra on the sponge, you know? Like, maybe we'll just put a little extra on the sponge. And press. And press. I don't know that it's doing anything. I do feel like maybe it's lifting my foundation just a little bit, which I'm not obsessed with. So I'm gonna tap back over this. I'm gonna go back to the side that had the concealer because I feel like it took away a little coverage. This is a product, I think, if you are not wearing any other makeup and you want to add a little bit of this on for a sheer tint of color, and you're a fan of the show and you want to have something, maybe pH color changing lip and cheek stick. Very, very, very slightly. I don't want to add any more on though because I'm a little nervous that it will just lift product away. And I'm kind of liking how my face is looking, so I don't want it to lift. I don't want it to lift. Okay. Makeup is about having fun. Try new things, have fun. If we don't like it, no big deal, right? Like, if we don't like it, no big deal. I bought a faux freckle pen thing. Let's try it. Why not? This is the brand Marylia Scott Cosmetics. I had purchased from them before. They had a colorful highlighter palette, and I saw this. I'm like, let's just try it. Let's just try it. This is water-resistant faux freckles in the shade light to dark. Why not try it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some little dots on my finger, okay? I'm going to put some little dots on my finger. And this could be such a big mistake. Maybe press them on, like where I would naturally maybe get some freckles. Maybe just a couple. Maybe just a couple, so if I don't like it, it's okay. So, I don't know, am I doing this right? And then like maybe I'll wipe my finger off to where there's no product and kind of like tap them in. I don't know if you can see them, but also like I feel like these are probably best with like no makeup or maybe a more sheer skin tint, and I am having like more medium coverage on now. So maybe, like, let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Maybe I'll tap over a little bit back with my sponge. You see the little faux freckles? Let's try it. Let's maybe add a couple of more. But, yeah, let me put some dots on my finger. And then actually what I'll do to take off the excess product is do like this and kind of like pick it up on the other finger. Oh, that could be way too much. Why not though, you know, like, why not try it? Like, makeup is for having fun, okay? It's for having fun. Let me actually let them set for a second and then press them in some more, but let me give it a second and see if maybe the product needs to set. You know, they probably have instructions on their website, but I'll let these set for a second and then I will press them in and then we'll powder our face. I think that's all the cream products I have. Okay, freckles are on. I may play with it again, but honestly, probably won't do that again. I don't know if this is my vibe, my look that I'm going for, but I don't think that has to do with the product. You know, I think it's personal preference on that one. So I'm just going to make sure everything is pressed in, and we're gonna set with our new Milk like Pore Eclipse primer. Not primer, powder. Powder. I did a first impression with this a few videos back, and I'm still in the process of testing it, trying it, reviewing it. I'm in the shade medium. I did buy this from Sephora, so I'm going to press this powder in. I'm going to fill in my brows. I'm still really enjoying, again, from that first impression video, my Sydney Grace brow pomade and powder. So I'm gonna fill in my brows and then I will come back because we do have more makeup to test and try. Okay, brows are filled in. Bobbi Brown sent me their Vitamin Enriched Pressed Powder. Refining Finishing Powder. They sent me in the shade Neutral, and this says finished makeup with vitamin infused lightweight powder, weightless, provides balancing effects for fresh complexion. So this is what the shade looks like, kind of yellowy-ish. So I did set my under eye with my Milk, what is the official name? Pore Eclipse Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Yeah, we did that. Let's go in with a little bit of this. This is a Wayne Goss brush, and maybe we'll just use this to kind of like use as a finishing under eye, maybe like brighten up. I'd add some brightness, do you think? Do you think this side is a little brighter? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Okay. Do the same thing over here and maybe kind of in the T-zone, add a little brightness to the face. Okay. All right. What do we think? These are the new products. I'm going to grab my Dior finishing powder. I don't even think they make this anymore. I hope it's being reformulated. The what is it? Backstage, the Backstage Face and Body Powder. I'm going to use this as a little bit of finishing powder on the perimeter of my face, because I do feel like after all this is said and done, maybe I'm just looking a little light. So I'm just going to like press in just a little bit of finishing powder, and then we are going to play with eyeshadow. Actually, let me go ahead and I can show you close-up and swatches of the new Haunted palette from Gourmand Girls and Doodles by the Bunny. I am super excited to play with this palette. Well, you're seeing the swatches. It looks so pretty. We are going to play with it. We're going to create a look. I have only swatched it so far, but y'all know I like Gourmand Girls. They have teamed up with Doodles by the Bunny again. And we're just going to create a look. We are going to see how this palette performs, everything like that. I also took a close-up of this palette next to the Nightshade palette that they released a little bit ago, earlier this year. So let me show you that really quick. I do think this looks like a sister palette or an expansion palette to that one, not duplicates, but I did see that type of question online. So I wanted to show you them side by side. Looking at them side by side, I think they flow so well together. Could definitely kind of be like one large palette but broken down into two. I think they're gonna pair beautifully together, but today I'm not gonna mix them together. I'm not gonna pull from both. I'm just gonna create a look with this Haunted palette. I'm gonna throw down an eyeshadow primer and we will play with some shadow. Okay, I'm ready for shadow. Well, I put on eye primer over here. I will link everything in the description box. I'm excited to play with this. This palette is available now. It'll be in the description box along with my affiliate code, which is Heather, if you want to save on this palette or anything at Gourmand Girls. But I don't want to do a super complicated look, nothing like that. I just kind of want to play with the shadows. I think I will do something with this shade right here starting out. This is the shade Scare. I do like that these new Gourmand Girl palettes, like the embossings on the pan, I think are so fun and special. This shade in particular has a G for Gourmand Girls embossed. And I'm going to apply this with my Game Beauty brush. I'm just kind of pressing it into my socket right now. My eyes are still puffy from travel. They're like shadow. I feel like overall my whole face is just a little puffy. I need to get some rest and relaxation, but I'm just really wanting to play with this new makeup, and then I'll do some resting later. I'm just too excited about these new things, so I'm just going to kind of press this on, and then once I have it how I want it, then I'm going to go in and just kind of lightly buff and blend. Okay, let's deepen up the outer corner. I love it. We're gonna use Troubled. It has a witch's like hat in the top. And then for the lower lash line, I want to go into this kind of like red brown shade. I feel like this is like a purpley gray, and then we'll go into this shade is called Supernatural, and it has Doodles by the Bunny initial imprinted on the pan, or embossed in the pan, sorry. Embossed in the pan. So I'm going to tap off any excess shadow off of my Game Beauty brush, and we're just going to deepen up this outer corner with the matte black, and I can go in and blend more in just a minute, but I'm gonna wrap a little here like that right under the lower lash line, and I will grab, let's see, let me grab a brush, and I'm gonna go into Supernatural and put this on the lower lash line, and again I'll kind of just work on blending for a minute, but these are the 3 shades that I'm gonna kind of start our look with. Okay, I'm loving the way the look is coming together, but now it's time to add the pops of shimmer, and I'm ready. I actually want to use these 2 shades right here. This shade is calling my name. I cannot wait to put that on my eyes, but it's not the vibe today. You know, this shade though, when I opened the palette, I was like, oh, hello, I love green, but it's not the vibe today. So we're gonna stick with these 2 shades. This is the shade Ghosty, and then this is more of a like satin shimmer shadow right here called Spectral, and it has a tombstone embossed on the pan, and what says fun like a tombstone? I can't think of anything else. I love it. It's cool. I'm going to pick these shadows up on my brush. I'm going to spray them with a little setting spray after I pick them up, and we'll apply. All right, I've got the shade Ghosty. That is such a pretty kind of like lavender with this really beautiful shimmer. I'm into it. That's really beautiful. I love this sparkle. I really am into that. That's really pretty. If Gourmand Girls had not sent me this palette, I would definitely have purchased it because I'm into it. I'm into it, and I think the Nightshade palette, beautiful, wonderful quality. Same with the Halloween palette that Doodles by the Bunny and Gourmand Girl did for last year. So definitely like a no-brainer for me. I would have purchased this one. I really like that. I am sorry that I didn't get a video up to y'all on this palette before launch. It actually arrived after I left for my vacation, so I just couldn't. There was no way. So I'm excited to play with it now, though. I'm popping that shade. What did I say? Spectre? Right there on the inner corner, just for a nice little highlight. I am going to do black eyeliner. I'm going to do mascara and half lash. Let me show you actually, because I am almost ready to review the Dior On Stage crayon in black. This is their newer, like, reformulated version. Still in the process of testing the Ritual Defy mascara. And then I have these Pink Honey half lashes. This is in the style Sabrina. So I will finish up that. Here is the eye look though, and I'll be back because we have setting spray, highlighter, like we have stuff to do. All right, y'all, liner and a lash are on. I'm loving the eye look. I'm thinking it's so cute. Let's do setting spray though. I got this setting spray Lottie London sent me. Stay Matte AF setting spray. Alcohol free with niacinamide and green tea extract. It says shake before use, and it is a matte setting spray. So, ooh, that's kind of an aggressive spray. Let me grab my little Half Magic fan. And let's test it. This is what the skin is looking like before setting spray. I feel like I'm having like a skin-like matte. Ew, this is aggressive. Let's try it. Yeah, it's a smidge more aggressive of a setting spray than I'm used to. I feel like I could smell that green tea. Did it make me more matte? Did it make me more matte? Did it make me more matte? I don't know. We will see. Ah, I'm like, I can't see in my mirror. I got it all. I sprayed it all over my mirror. That's okay. That's all right. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Let's bronze up a little bit. I'm still currently testing, trying, reviewing the Baked Face Frosting from Pink Honey. This is their bronzer. I have the shade Catchy Cookie from Pink Honey. So I'm going to bronze up with my BK Beauty brush. I will tell you the number in 1 second. Just let me blend. This is a 107. I know we used that cream liquid bronzer or whatever earlier, but I just want to add a little powder bronzer now before we do highlight and lip. I bought this bronzer when Pink Honey was having their sale a few weeks ago. I bought this and I bought their cream bronzers. I used those in a video a week or 2 ago. I can't remember. Looking nice. Okay, Jones Road Beauty sent me their new lip liners. I am excited to test these, try these. I have had some new favorites from Jones Road Beauty, like their brow gel. Love. So I have high hopes for these lip liners. This is like a pencil lip liner that you sharpen. This is the lip pencil in the shade Nudist. So let me line my lip. Oh, I like this color. It's very pretty. The formula so far is feeling really nice. Not too stiff, but also not so creamy that I feel like I can't control it. I like that very much. So I'm going to line, and then we're gonna go on with another lip product. Okay, now I'm going to use the Sigma lip cream with jojoba oil, sunflower seed oil, and vitamin E. This is the shade Dapper. So this is their hydrating lip cream. It's like a glossy lipstick, pigmented, hydrating. It has that beautiful finish. I've really been enjoying these. These were also gifted to me from Sigma. Okay, loving this color with my eye look. I think I made a good choice. Okay, I bought the new Your Highlight is Too Bright Neutrals Pressed Highlighter Palette from Marylia Scott Cosmetics. I did buy the colorful one, and it wasn't my favorite, but I really wanted to try this neutral palette because so many people rave about the highlighters from this brand. So I did order this when I ordered the Freckle pen. This says it is a glistening pressed highlight with reflective glittery finish. And it says apply with a dense small blending brush for ultimate blinding effect, or a large fluffy brush to wear as a body sparkle. Mix shades to create custom colors. So, oh, let me remove the little film. The inside, the mirror says you are beautiful, and then we have some intense shades inside. So this, like, definitely yellow gold. We have this more bronzy tone. We have kind of like a lighter vanilla. This one a little more on the bronzy side, pinky side, kind of like a blinding white. So I think there's something for everybody in this palette, for every skin tone. Let's let me find a brush. Let's do this. This is a BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy brush. And, you know, I have this highlight here, so why not mix? Why not mix them? Why not do a little bit of Soft Serve right down here, and a little bit of Peaches and Baddie right here, and oh yeah, that is bright. That is bright highlight. That is very pretty. Let me look in the mirror closer up. Yeah, there's definitely like sparkle there. Very pretty. I'm looking very glowy. I do also really like the name. I think the play on Your Highlight is Too Bright, you know, that maybe somebody would say as an insult, but taking that and being like, ooh, my highlighter's too bright, I love it. Like, I definitely like that. So I'm gonna highlight here, and then maybe I'll actually pick up a little bit of the lightest shade. And listen, this shade is called Natural Girly. I love that. It's like the play, you know what I mean? Like the play on words. I love it. I'm into it. We'll take that, we'll run that down the nose, and then we'll be done with our look. Oh, this makeup look turned out so pretty. I am into it. Okay, y'all, here is the finished look. I hope you had fun getting ready with me, testing some new products. Just chill. We tested a lot of new things. Again, this is a first impression video. I will definitely follow up. Some of these things probably in a couple of weeks. Some of these things, it may take me longer, a month, maybe 2 to test and try. But I'm really liking the eye look. I'm liking the lip. Totally, I am excited to try these complexion products more. Definitely some things that was like, maybe not, but even those, I will try again because listen, I am a generous YouTuber. Even if something is not for me, I will give it a second and third chance, you know? I'm kidding. I'm being silly, but I really will test these things more than once. Even when something is not for me, I test it more than once. I really like to see, maybe mix up my techniques. I'm just kind of feeling the overall look though, even though everything wasn't for me. Some things definitely were. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you've tried any of these things, please do let me know. If you have your eye on any of these things, you're looking forward to the follow-up, let me know that too. I always love to hear from y'all what you're excited about. Have you tried any of this? Have you had a different experience than me? Similar experience? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!